Good morning, friends. Welcome back to All in One Garage. Kind of starting a new fun project today. Actually started it a few days ago. Going to be doing a flip vehicle. This isn't my first flip vehicle ever, but it's my first flip vehicle on this channel. So it should be kind of a fun one. Picked up a 1996 Chevy Tahoe. It's got 286,000 miles on it, and it's in actually super shape. Hasn't been on the road for about 2 years. The radiator sprung a leak on the guy. He ended up buying a used radiator from a salvage yard. Put it in the trunk of the car and never ran it again. So I snagged that thing up about 3 days ago. Went yesterday and picked it up on my buddy's trailer. And so this morning we're gonna unload that, and then we got to start making our plan and figuring out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna take you along for the ride. First thing we got to do is get this thing unloaded. I already got a couple of the straps off. Let's get this one off. We'll get underway. All right, got to put a little more air in this tire just to get it off the trailer. Tires on this thing are shot. Haven't really given you a tour of the thing yet. 1996, I'll back up a little bit here. 1996 Chevy Tahoe 5.7 liter. She's pretty nice. Windshield's in good shape, body's in pretty good shape. Couple little parking lot dents here and there, but no big deal. Guy said his wife was driving it. Noticed smoke, steam coming out, so she pulled over and he went, picked it up on the trailer, drove it home two years ago and parked it. That's been it, so. It's not too bad a shape. Interior is really nice for the age. A lot of times with that leather interior, they get just hammered. But this is, I think it's dirty. But I'll clean it up good. But man, I mean, it's really nice. It's really, other than dirty, she's clean. Clean truck. Nice, clean truck. So pretty cool. Got an extra glass just in case we need it. Guy didn't even clean the truck out, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and throw a little extra air in this tire. I got my little portable air compressor. You're gonna find with my channel that about 95% of my tools come from Harbor Freight. I ain't too proud. I actually love their tools. Got the little Bauer air compressor, 20 volt portable. It's pretty nice little machine. Battery might be dying on it though. Used it quite a bit yesterday to get this tire aired up in the first place, so we'll see if we can make anything happen. If not, I'll pull out the air hose from the garage. There we go. This ain't really working too well. I think I'm gonna have to pull the hose out from the garage, but not really too worried about it because these tires are getting replaced. Painted my daughter-in-law's car in my driveway. Looks like there was a Smurf massacre going on in my driveway. Okay. It's probably going to be a little easier getting this thing off the trailer than putting it on. There's the departure angle, or the approach angle, putting this thing on was kind of severe. Getting it up onto the trailer, but the way I'm at now, not too bad. So let's get this thing off. There we go. There we are. Oh, yes. We are off the trailer and almost in the driveway. Okay. All right, got my friend's trailer unloaded and none the worse for wear. It's actually my next door neighbor right next to me. I'm gonna check here. 205 75 15. I've got an extra trailer tire and wheel back here that I don't need anymore. I'm gonna see if that's the same size. Maybe he could use it. Let's see. That's a 205 75 15. Look at that bad boy. All right, and we got a spare tire too. That one has a plug in it, but okay, I'm gonna put you down. All right, well, now that I'm back behind the camera, what do you say we do a little walk around on this thing? All right, so again, it's a 96 Chevy Tahoe LS. It's got 286,000 miles on it. It's got a couple little things that I'm gonna address with it. The little springs on the hood are gone. It looks like somebody tweaked it at some point. It's got a pretty good like kink in the hood on both sides, but it's got the 5.7 350 motor. You know, really it's a pretty straight truck. We live here in Montana. There's no rust anywhere on these things. Rocker panels are great. Bottoms of the doors are great. The guy told me that it needs tires and it needs a radiator. Well, he'd gotten a radiator from a local wrecking yard here, so gonna put that in this weekend with my boy. He's gonna come over. We're gonna fart around with that a little bit. But you know, she's dirty, needs to be cleaned, but man, she's in nice shape. You know, everything's there except for everything's here except for the headrest. That's on the rear seat. You know, got to take care of that. It's got a tow hitch on it. Needs tires badly. Yeah, it's a nice rig. The seats aren't all torn up. You know, you get those leather seats in these so much in the LTs, and almost every one of them you got to replace the foam and replace all the leather. But this is in nice shape. This is in really nice shape. It's got 286,000 miles on it, which doesn't really scare me. See, there's a belt in here. Have to check that out. Yeah, once we get her cleaned up, she should be pretty good. The guy said there's a battery cutoff switch down here, and something just clicked. It's been sitting for 2 years. What do you suppose the chances are that'll turn over? Wouldn't that be something? Let's oh, we got noises. We got noises. We got lights. What? Let's see. He said it was a runner. No way. No way. Oh, holy crap, that fired right off. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, it's got a little miss. It's got a little miss to it. Oh my gosh, hey. What a deal. Oh, she's gonna need a tune-up, I think. Oh man, but just money that's saved by buying a battery, that'll do the tune-up. You know what? I'm gonna close this hood. I gotta get springs, but I'm gonna close this hood. We're gonna check. I wonder. Ooh, a little bit of white smoke. I don't know if you can see that. Hope the head gaskets are okay. What? Oh, we got gears. Oh yeah, she's... Ooh. Well, we got some gears. We got forward ones. Maybe the tranny fluid is low, let's hope. Because if not, this might end up being a parts vehicle. Oh, that would suck. But you know what? At least I'm gonna get this in the driveway straight. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Okay, she's Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Well, I'm going to turn off that switch. See, they put a kill switch here. That's crazy. All right. Good deal. Well, let's just hope. Let's just hope it's low on tranny fluid. I've actually put shift solenoids in these things before, and it's really not that hard to do. So if the transmission, if the reverse gears don't work, if the tranny fluid isn't the issue, then I may end up opening up the bottom of the transmission and putting some shift solenoids in it, see if that does it. Change the filter, that kind of stuff. So, but that's it. That's the beginning. That's the beginning of our flip here. We'll come back to this in a little bit. All right. Well, before we go any further, let's go ahead and go to the whiteboard. We want to take a look at where we're at with the money. So I like to keep track of stuff. So we're talking about our 1996 Chevy Tahoe. Okay. And our original purchase price is $500. Not bad for a clean running Tahoe. Let's see, what have I done? Tax and license was $82. Tax and license. And I just got back from the junkyard. Paid $25 for the hinges and headrests. So where are we at? 7, 10, $607 so far into this thing. Not too shabby for a start. Gonna have to tear into it, see what else it's gonna need. I ran it just a little bit more after the initial startup, and didn't go into reverse. And y'all heard how it was running. It was running a little rough, and kind of worried because there seemed to be a little bit of white smoke. So if this guy ran it at all with the radiator the way it was and overheated it, we're talking could be possible head gaskets. So not a big deal, just something more I'd have to do. But you know, when I go to sell it on, it'll be nice to be able to tell somebody it has new head gaskets. And so we're gonna have to see how that does. Battery seems to be taking a charge, so that's good. That saves me, what, at least $100. So she's dirty, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the good times. So there's the parts we picked up. So have to get everything cleaned up. But anyway, I think that'll do it for an introduction on this rig. I thank you all for tuning in. Hope you all have a great afternoon.